I said, bitch. Oh, I forgot the water. Ball sack. Nuts. 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 Hello, Harlequin from the internet. It is Harlequin from the internet. I am the man. You are the Harlequin. Harlequin. 3 days ago already. That's crazy, bro. What are you talking about? Saft, saft, hallonsaft. Bättre saft har ingen haft. Men du, glöm inte lådan. För utan lådan då får du plågan av att vara en levande varelse. Och det är svårt. Men många klarar det. Fuck off. How are you doing, Harlequin? Oh yeah, that's why. Bättre saft har ingen haft. Bättre saft har ingen haft. Har ingen haft. Buns, buns, only buns. Only buns, 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 buns. Bättre buns har ingen buns. Still working. Very nice, very nice. I hope it's going well, huh? Dude, I put on this shirt and I immediately ruined it by spilling all kinds of shit on it. You can't see it all that well, which is for the better, if you ask me. God damn it. Oh my goodness. You gotta be careful with, you know, just, god damn it. Eating stuff and drinking stuff. It's like, you just gotta, Chunky in the pants. Who? Who? HTTP / Twitch.tv/allmountain / Yeah. Hey, go tell your friends. Oh, frick. Go tell your friends I'm here. I'm live. Funny. Tell your friends. Share with everybody. You can do it. You right there. I haven't done this in a while now, and it feels strange. Okay. I can roll my chair now. Don't have to worry, but I need some water. Oh, I need some water. Don't, oh, you know it. Well, 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 wouldn't you say? It's time to go tell a story. A story. No. This again. What book am I reading currently? Frankenstein. I'll show you. I'll pull it up. Pull it up. Big time. Put it up. There it is. Why is it halved? Oh, that's why. Because it's, that's better. Much better. Is it better with the black background, or is this nicer? What does it say? 2 out of 3 stream subs. Strange. I feel like without is better. Hola, papito. What's up, Joe? It's been a while. Black. Hey, it's the monster. The black? Sick. Yeah, I thought so too. Good to know, thank you. I will remove them now. Before I hand this. But that's, I don't know. Not very bueno, because they move to the middle. How you doing, Jeb? How was your chest session? Not much, man. New computer, new me. Sick. Is it a video gaming computer, or just a better all round being perfect computer? Is that the type of it that you've collected, that you've bought, purchased? Oh, this is some hot water. Some hot water with some honey and citrus. Holy shit. Crushing at 1080p, and I got a 3060. I've got a 2060, I think. Do I? No. Got a 1070 Ti, and then a 12 to 2070. 2070 sounds so weird. 3060. Huh. The 4000 generation? Wait, it's already out? That's crazy. What? It feels like almost just a few years ago that that the 1000 generation was completely new. Uh-oh. Amazing. Thank you, Jib. Fantastic. What a terrible face. Beautiful body. That really is a Frankenstein's monster. Already been out and recalled. Oh shit, really? What for? Are they exploding? Oh, that's right. The music. That's right, so cold. Not cold. Quiet. That's the word. Quiet. Except the woofing for the dogs. Woof, 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 woof. I can't go for that. No. No can do. No, I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, woof. Are they teaching the dogs outside again? Where is the playlist that I'm using for? Is it this one? Oh. Oh. Sick. Are you gonna turn into the Frankenstein's monster, Jib? In terms of thickness? Again, according to the same sources, that the RTX 4000 GPU was tripping breakers, melting power supplies, and sometimes melting itself. How does that happen? What the heck? How does that happen? I wonder. Although, that said, I need this one as well. Where is it? Drum and bass. Drum and bass. It's been a while since I saw you in the chat, Jib. Good to have you. I've been hard at work. Oh shit. Oh, what? A mashup album. Sick. What for? For fun. I love it. We love fun. Don't we, guys? Fun is the best kind of fun you can have. Because it's fun. Record box. Been meaning to remix some songs, so I finally did. Oh, are you like a DJ or something? Or just you wanna be a producer of some type? I don't feel like I can speak today. That's fine. We'll see how hard it is for me to speak in chapters, in words. DJ for fun. Nice. DJ FF for fun. Föräldrafritt. Listen. Oh, but why? Listen. Okay. Roommates are streaming DJs? I just dabble. What? Streaming DJs? I had no idea. Cool. You get a whole bunch of friends who are streamers. That's what I know for sure. Sick. When do you think you're gonna be done with the album? Oh, excuse me. Just gonna headbang the microphone. I'm plugged in, baby. I know you after all. Do you? Do you know me? Holy fuck, I got so sweaty from drinking this this warm water. So strange. This copyright claim galore. Fair. Yeah, I guess you can't have like 5-second clips of songs. Oh, it's this song. That means we have to start. Fantastic. Let me just move this real quick. Just a little bit closer. Chapter 19. London was our present point of rest. We determined to remain several months in this wonderful and celebrated city. Clerval desired the intercourse of the men of genius. Clerval Clerval desired the intercourse of the men of genius and talent who flourished at this time, but this was with me a secondary object. I was principally occupied with the means of obtaining the information necessary for the completion of my promise, and quickly availed myself of the letters of introduction that I had brought with me, addressed to the most distinguished natural philosophers. If this journey had taken place during my days of study and happiness, it would have afforded me inexpressible pleasure. But a blight had come over my existence, and I only visited these people. But a blight had come over my existence. But a blight had come over my existence, and I only visited these people for the sake of the information they might give me on the subject in which my interest was so terribly profound. Company was irksome to me. When alone, I could fill my mind with the sight of heaven and earth. The voice of Henry soothed me, and I could thus cheat myself into a transitory peace. But busy, uninteresting, joyous faces brought back despair to my heart. I saw an insurmountable barrier placed between me and my fellow men. This barrier was sealed with the blood of William and Justine, and to reflect on the events connected with those names filled my soul with anguish. But in Clerval I saw the image of my former self. He was inquisitive and anxious to gain experience and instruction. The difference of manners which he observed was to him an inexhaustible source of instruction and amusement. He was also pursuing an object he had long had in view. His design was to visit India, in the belief that he had in his knowledge of its various languages, and in the views he had taken of its society, the means of materially assisting the progress of European colonization and trade. In Britain only could he further the execution of his plan. He was forever busy, and the only check to his enjoyments was my sorrowful and dejected mind. I tried to conceal this as much as possible, that I might not debar him from the pleasures natural to one who was entering on a new scene of life, undisturbed by any care or bitter recollection. I often refused to accompany him, alleging another engagement that I might remain alone. I now also began to collect the materials necessary for my new creation, and this was to me like the torture of single drops of water continually falling on the head. Even every thought that was devoted to it was an extreme anguish, and every word that I spoke in allusion to it caused my lips to quiver and my heart to palpitate. After passing some months in London, we received a letter from a person in Scotland who had formerly been our visitor at Geneva. He mentioned the beauties of his native country and asked if those were not sufficient allurement to induce us to prolong our journey as far north as Perth, where he resided. Clerval eagerly desired to accept this invitation, and I, although I abhorred society, wished to view again mountains and streams and all the wondrous works with which nature adorns her chosen dwelling places. La 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 la, la 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 la. Just a little bit bigger. Dwelling places. Damn. That feeling when you're getting old and your vision's not what it used to be. We had arrived in England at the beginning of October, and it was now February. We accordingly determined to commence our journey towards the north at the expiration of another month. In this expedition we did not intend to follow the great road to Edinburgh, but to visit Windsor, Oxford, Matlock, and the Cumberland Lakes, resolving to arrive at the completion of this tour about the end of July. I packed up my chemical instruments and the materials I had collected, resolving to finish my labours in some obscure nook in the northern highlands of Scotland. We quitted London on the 27th of March, and remained a few days at Windsor, rambling in its beautiful forest. This was This was a new scene to us mountaineers. The majestic oaks, the quantity of game, and the herds of stately deer were all novelties to us. You could get the book on tape and just repeat every word. I'll fucking love it, take forever. I'd have to listen to it over and over again. I'd have to listen to every sentence, and then remember the sentence, and then repeat the sentence. Damn. But that is what I would do if I were blind, so I'm grateful I can see. From thence we proceeded to Oxford. As we entered this city, our minds were filled with the remembrance of the events that had been transacted there more than a century and a half before. It was here that Charles I had collected his forces. This city had remained faithful to him, after the whole nation had forsaken his cause to join the standard of Parliament and liberty. The memory of that unfortunate king and his companions, the amiable Falkland, the insolent Goring, his queen and son, gave a peculiar interest to every part of the city which they might be supposed to have inhabited. The spirit of elder days found a dwelling here, and we delighted to trace its footsteps. If these feelings had not found an imaginary gratification, the appearance of the city had yet in itself sufficient beauty to obtain our admiration. The colleges are ancient and picturesque. The streets are almost magnificent, and the lovely Isis, which flows beside it through meadows of exquisite verdure, is spread forth into a placid expanse of waters, which reflects its majestic assemblage of towers and spires and domes, embosomed among aged trees. I enjoyed this scene, and yet my enjoyment was embittered both by the memory of the past and the anticipation of the future. I was formed for peaceful happiness. During my youthful days, discontent never visited my mind, and if I was ever overcome by ennui, the sight of what is beautiful in nature, or the study of what is excellent and sublime in the productions of man, could always interest my heart and communicate elasticity to my spirits. But I am a blasted tree. The bolt has entered my soul, and I felt then that I should survive to exhibit what I shall soon cease to be. A miserable spectacle of wrecked humanity, pitiable to others and intolerable to myself. I'm just not pronouncing things correctly, but that's fine. And fuck you up, yes. That's kind of what I have, but it's instant. It's monitoring. But I used to try that forever ago now. Many years ago. And eventually, I just got used to it. Because there was like 1 to 2 second delay whenever I would speak. And I would have this on Discord as well, which was crazy. I am sweating. Those things irritate me, yeah. It really helps with me when I know how I'm pronouncing things, how many mouth clicks, how much, how well I'm sort of pronouncing, enunciating, if you will, and how my accent sounds on top of it. Can kick rocks, yeah. I don't have a mixer sadly, otherwise I would play with that more. It's more post-processing effects. I can do those things. Ick. Love it. But I would love a mixer. Actually, I should get that for when I sing or play the guitar. That reminds me. Or, yeah. Would this work? What is this? The DD8 for delay? Delay? Oh, you mean a mixer? No, I'm just gonna buy buy. I'm just gonna get a plugin so I can do it manually for when I'm streaming and stuff. Slate Digital Verb Suite Classics. I don't know what this means, but it looks kind of cool. How do I get this? Virtual microphone. A pedal. Oh shit, no, I could never. Oh, no. I mean, I don't even have an electric guitar. I just have an acoustic. I mean, more for the sound, the reverb for the sound. $5,000 worth of pro plugins. Holy smokes, bro. What if I just get a normal one? Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What was it called? Verb Suite Classics. Uh-huh. Virtual tape. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, let me see if I can find something else, maybe. Oh. Make some space. Cool. Wow. How do I get this? I'm watching you on my PC and it scans you onto my phone. Sick. Let's go. Double viewership. Love it. How do I download this? More. You know, so damn close to being 69th subscriber? 69th? 68? Wait, how do you know this? How do you know how many? 68. Because there's no way there are that many subscribers at the moment. That'd be crazy. Or maybe you mean in total. I don't know. The demos, no. It tells me how many you have. I don't have 68. That would be... I'll probably have like 20. If even that. There's no way. I haven't checked. Wow. How does it tell you? Oh, you mean on YouTube? Of course. Of course. I thought you meant Twitch. Okay, that makes more sense, yeah. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Sick. Here we go. Delay. Room. There we have it. Let's see. Windows. This one. I thought you meant Twitch. That's why. I was very confused. You know. Okay. Hey, wait a second. True. Any gifters? Any primers? Any 5 gifted coming in? Where was I? This is where I was. Where's I am? We passed a considerable period at Oxford, rambling among its environs and endeavouring to identify every spot which might relate to the most animating epoch of English history. Our little voyages of discovery were often prolonged by the successive objects that presented themselves. We visited the tomb of the illustrious Hampden and the field on which that patriot fell. For a moment my soul was elevated from its debasing and miserable fears to contemplate the divine ideas of liberty and self-sacrifice of which these sites were the monuments and the remembrancers. For an instant I dared to shake off my chains and look around me with a free and lofty spirit, but the iron had eaten into my flesh, and I sank again, trembling and hopeless, into my miserable self. We left Oxford with regret and proceeded to Matlock, which was our next place of rest. The country and the neighbourhood of this village resembled, to a greater degree, the scenery of Switzerland, but everything is on a lower scale, and the green hills formed the crown of distant white Alps which always attend on the piney mountains of my native country. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. You're worth every penny. Oh, cute. We visited the wondrous cave and the little cabinets of natural history, where the curiosities are disposed in the same manner as in the collections at Servox and Chamonix. The latter name made me tremble when pronounced by Henry, and I hastened to quit Matlock, with which that terrible scene was thus associated. From Derby, still journeying northwards, we passed 2 months in Cumberland and Westmoreland. I could now almost fancy myself among the Swiss mountains. The little patches of snow which yet lingered on the northern sides of the mountains, the lakes, and the dashing of the rocky streams were all familiar and dear sights to me. Here also we made some acquaintances who almost contrived to cheat me into happiness. The delight of Clerval was proportionably greater than mine. His mind expanded in the company of men of talent, and he found in his own nature greater capacities and resources than he could have had. Ever have imagined himself to have possessed, while he associated with his inferiors. "I could pass my life here," he said to me, "and among these mountains I should scarcely regret Switzerland and the Rhine." But he found that a traveller's life is one that includes much pain amidst its enjoyments. His feelings are forever on the stretch, and when he begins to sink into repose, he finds himself obliged to quit that on which he rests in pleasure for something new, which again engages his attention, and which also he forsakes for other novelties. Mad twitched loud. True. Fucking true. Why am I so sweaty? I'm like sweating my fucking balls off. Literally just sitting and reading text. How? We had scarcely visited the... Fucking visited. What a word, man. Visited. Bastard. We had scarcely visited the various lakes of Cumberland. Fucking shitcocks! Why? Stop. We had scarcely visited the various lakes of Cumberland and Westmoreland, and conceived an affection for some of the inhabitants when the period of our appointment with our Scotch friend approached, and we left them to travel on. For my own part, I was not sorry. I had now neglected my promise for some time, and I feared the effects of the demon's disappointment. He might remain in Switzerland and wreak his vengeance on my relatives. This idea pursued me and tormented me at every moment from which I might otherwise have snatched repose and peace. I waited for my letters with feverish impatience. If they were delayed, I was miserable and overcome by 1,000 fears, and when they arrived and I saw the superscription of Elizabeth or my father, I hardly dared to read and ascertain my fate. Sometimes I thought that the fiend followed me and might expedite my remissness by murdering my companion. When these thoughts possessed me, I would not quit Henry for a moment, but followed him as his shadow, to protect him from the fancied rage of his destroyer. I felt as if I had committed some great crime, the consciousness of which haunted me. I was guiltless, but I had indeed drawn down a horrible curse upon my head, as mortal as that of crime. I visited Edinburgh with languid eyes and mind, and yet that city might have interested the most unfortunate me. And yet that city might have interested the most unfortunate being. Clerval did not like it so well as Oxford, for the antiquity of the latter city was more pleasing to him. But the beauty and regularity of the new town of Edinburgh, its romantic castle, and its environs the most delightful in the world, Arthur's Seat, St. Bernard's Well, and the Pentland Hills, compensated him for the change and filled him with cheerfulness and admiration. But I was impatient to arrive at the termination of my journey. We left Edinburgh in a week, passing through Coupar, St. Andrews, and along the banks of the Tay, to Perth, where our friend expected us. But I was in no mood to laugh and talk with strangers, or to enter into their feelings or plans with the good humour expected from a guest, and accordingly I told Clerval that I wished to make the tour of Scotland alone. "Do you," said I, "enjoy yourself, and let this be our "Oh, do you," said I, "enjoy yourself, and let this be our rendezvous. I may be absent a month or two, but do not interfere with my emotions. I entreat you. Leave me to peace and solitude for a short time, and when I return, I hope it will be with a lighter heart, more congenial to your own temper." Henry wished to dissuade me, but seeing me bent on this plan, ceased to remonstrate. He entreated me to write often. "I had rather be with you," he said, "in your solitary rambles than with these Scotch people, whom I do not know. Hasten, then, my dear friend, to return, that I may again feel myself somewhat at home, which I cannot do in your absence." Friends. Lost. Having parted from my friend, I determined to visit some remote spot of Scotland and finish my work in solitude. I did not doubt but that the monster followed me and would discover himself to me when I should have finished, that he might receive his companion. What is this? Feeling the heat? True. Fucking true. Why am I so sweaty? I'm like sweating my fucking balls off. Literally just sitting and reading text. How? We had scarcely visited the... Fucking shit, fucking visited. What a word, man. Visited. Visited. Bastard. True. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. With this resolution, I traversed the northern highlands and fixed on one of the remotest of the Orkneys as the scene of my labours. It was a place fitted for such a work, being hardly more than a rock whose high sides were continually beaten upon by the waves. The soil was barren. Fucking Barren? Okay. The soil was barren. The soil was barren, scarcely affording pasture for a few miserable cows. Stop! You're making me laugh, mate. You're making me laugh. I'm drifting off to sleep. Bastard. I can't with you. No, that's right. Don't with me, you know. Fucking chat. La 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 la. Oh yeah, I forgot that. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh. Fantastic. Okay, let's get back into it. The soil was barren. The soil was barren. Barren. The soil was barren, scarcely affording a pasture for a few miserable cows, and oatmeal for its inhabitants, which consisted of 5 persons, whose gaunt and scraggy limbs gave tokens of their miserable fare. Vegetables and bread, when they indulged in such luxuries, and even fresh water, was to be procured from the mainland, which was about 5 miles distant. On the whole island there were but 3 miserable huts, and one of these was vacant when I arrived. This I hired. It contained but 2 rooms, and these exhibited all the squalidness of the most miserable penury. The thatch had fallen in, the walls were unplastered, and the door was off its hinges. I ordered it to be repaired, bought some furniture, and took possession, an incident which would doubtless have occasioned some surprise had not all the senses of the cottagers been benumbed by want and squalid poverty. As it was, I lived ungazed at and molested. Nope. I was molested. As it was, I lived ungazed and... Fuck. As it was, I lived ungazed at and unmolested. Hardly thanked for the pittance of food and clothes which I gave. So much does suffering blunt even the coarsest sensations of men. In this retreat I devoted the morning to labour, but in the evening, when the weather permitted, I walked on the stony beach of the sea to listen to the waves as they roared and dashed my feet. It was monotonous. It was a monotonous yet ever-changing scene. I thought of Switzerland. It was far different from this desolate and appalling landscape. Its hills are covered with vines, and its cottages are scattered. And... breathe. Its hills are covered with vines, and its cottages are scattered thickly in the plains. Its fair lakes reflect a blue and gentle sky, and when troubled by the winds, their tumult is but as the play of a lively infant when compared to the roarings of the giant ocean. You gotta really act like I haven't been molested. How does one act as unmolested? Oh, I'm free. I am frolicking on the fields, unmolested. That's how they do it, right? In this manner, I distributed my occupations when I arrived. In this manner, I distributed my occupations when I first arrived, but as I proceeded in my labor, it became every day more horrible and irksome to me. Sometimes I could not prevail on myself to enter my laboratory for several days, and at other times I toiled day and night in order to complete my work. It was, indeed, a filthy process in which I was engaged. During my first experiment, a kind of enthusiastic frenzy had blinded me to the horror of my employment. My mind was intently fixed on the consummation of my labor, and my eyes were shut to the horror of my proceedings. But now I went to it in cold blood, and my heart often sickened at the work at my hands. That was an incredible seal oppression. It's nothing to do with that. I think I've got fucking shit fuck. I can't do anymore. I can't do it anymore. I will kill myself in a video game because I am getting molested. God fucking damn it. I seem tense? You think so? It's probably because I'm really tired. Why do I seem tense? Just don't say that. Bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. I just have a 10-foot dildo up my ass. That's why. I've felt more comfortable. Yeah, I'm super tired. That's why it's so hard to pronounce things. I should just off myself, right? La la la. La 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 la. I'm sweating. Why? My pits are sweaty. I'm every fucking thing sweaty. I can't even speak. Fuck my ass. God damn it. Fucking shit. Bullsack. I tried. That's what matters, right? You know, having made your attempt at something. Whoops. Ballsack. Let's see if this works. Zip it. What? Oh, get the hell out of here. Hydrate me, daddy. Voice crack. Fucking shit. Huh? Really? That's it? Oh. That's not working. True. You don't see a hydrate? What? You must not have checked. That's fine. What happened? Oh! What? Okay. It's not even doing anything. It installed, but what did it install? What the heck? Hello! Hello! I'm absolutely dying. My brain is not functioning. Mic is not either. Whoa. That was strange. Apologize. Amazing. How are you? Mama. It even stopped the music. Why is it not working? Are you serious? Okay. Sure. Plug-in. Oh, maybe it doesn't work. It's not working. Psychedelic skull milk. That's how I feel right now. RN. FR. Well. Huh. Oh. Okay, I'm done. I can't do anything anymore. But that's fine, I tried. I'll remove the whole recording and I'll redo it when I'm more rested. So many pages. I like it. But that's okay. An attempt was made. And that is what matters. Maybe next time I won't sweat so fucking much as well. Yes. Anyway, thanks for popping in. Thanks for encouraging. Encouraging words. Visited. Visited. It's because it says fucking... It's in the accent. Visited. It's so much easier to do it visited, you know? The Swedish visited. I have visited my friend. I have visited my friend. I have visited. Like, who even has a language where you pronounce things like a fucking... Imbecile. Alright, peace on the streets, everybody. Enjoy your night. I think of the T's as D's. Well, that's the thing. That the T's should not be D's. That's the problem. Visited. You should not have T's as D's. That's the thing. Well, I'm not trying to be an American. I'm trying to be a real Britishman. I'm not pronouncing it. London was our present point of rest. You know, I visited. American is not the way for the Frankenstein story. Enjoy your nights. Oh, take care, Joe. Hope the remixing goes well. All the best wishes, yes?